You said we weren't gonna cry.
You said that. I didn't.
I hate this. Leaving you. Especially now, knowing I won't be here for you.
At least you won't have to see me get fat.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that. I was. I should have never dreamed this is how we would spend our first anniversary.
This is the first warning call for Southern Pacific train number 37. Service to Los Angeles on track 12. Southern Pacific train number 37. Service to Los Angeles.
That's us. Now, I want you to write me every day. I want to know everything, how you feel, what you had for breakfast.
Whether I kept it down.
Yes. No. Caroline, listen, we'll get through this.
Promise you'll come back.
I'll come back, I promise.
Last call for Southern Pacific 37.
We'll wait for you. Now you have my heart. Keep it next to yours and bring it safely back to me. I'll always love you, Caroline. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, Miss Thomas, how you doing today?
Oh, Mr. Williams, sit down. Don't you look wonderful?
Well, if I do, that makes two of us. I was just saying to myself, it's about time for that pretty Caroline Thomas to show up. There you are, right on schedule.
I wouldn't want to be late.
No, I don't suppose you would. 25 years I've been working here. You haven't been late once.
No, in the 40 years before that. I don't know if I ever told you this, but back when I was still teaching, I always took Valentine's Day off to come here.
Can I get you anything? Water?
No, I thank you. I'll just sit here. I have everything I need.
Well, take care.
Your final boarding call for train 20, the Crescent.
And we're out.
I've got some new stories for us to discuss.
Great. Did you get that school janitor who used his savings to start a scholarship fund?
Mr. Figueroa does not want to be interviewed. But Senator Irving, on the other hand, being up for re-election this year, is very eager to share his thoughts and memories. His biography and coverage, his book, more coverage, articles written by him, articles written about him, and this is heavy on his vet rehab initiative.
You know, it's not very American Diary.
Exactly. And if you get the right edge, you get a shot at world profile. And I'm going with you as your producing partner. And we will not be stuck in the land of soft and sappy anymore.
Maybe you need a drink of water, Julie.
I'll get right on that.
You feeling stuck, Susan?
Not me. I'm good. So Julie was just pitching Senator Irving. She said that he'd love to be interviewed and he's up for re-election.
Human interest.
Senators are human, sometimes interesting.
We're not World Profile. We're American Diary. And this is what works for American Diary. It's 1944. A young bride goes to Union Station on Valentine's Day, her anniversary no less, to send her young Navy pilot husband off to war. He swears he'll come back. She swears she'll wait. He goes missing in action. But 65 years later, she's still living up to her end of the bargain by going down to the station every Valentine's Day, including this past February, to wait for his train.
And?
That's it.
Well, what else has she done? I mean, has she started a support group for Navy wives? What?
She goes down to the station. She waits. It's a love story.
You know what it reminds me of? That Japanese dog story. The one with the Akita who goes looking for his master at the train station 10 years after he died.
Susan.
No, it'll be a real tearjerker. Dogs and old ladies who wait at train stations for their deceased loved ones? Come on.
Lucas Thomas. Susan Allison.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm the grandson of the old lady who waits at the train station for her deceased loved one.
Oh.
Lucas and my nephew Bobby are old college buddies. You know, when Bobby told my wife that story, she was desperate to get me to sit you down, Lucas, and figure out how to get your grandmother on American Diary.
I can see why the piece would work for your show, but I'm just not sure that my grandmother's the type of person to pursue something like this. Thanks for lunch, Craig.
You're very welcome.
Nice meeting you.
Very smooth, Susan.
I'll get the story. Hello, I'm Susan Allison from American Diary on GNTV.
Hello, I'm sorry, dear, but I'm not familiar with your program.
Are you Caroline Thomas?
Yes, I am.
Great. Well, we would love to interview you for our television show.
Me? I think you have the wrong person.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure that it's you.
Oh, well, that's nice, but no thank you. And if you'll excuse me, I have a kettle boiling.
Okay, well... Hi. Did I say that I was from American Diary?
Yes, you mentioned that, but I have no interest in television, and as you can hear, I'm a bit busy.
I know Lucas.
You're a friend of Lucas? Well, why didn't you say that? Come on in. Make yourself at home. Would you like some tea?
Thank you.
did you say your name was again?
Susan. Allison.
Hello?
Hello, Lucas. It's Grandma. You didn't tell me you had a friend coming by today. Are you coming too?
What friend?
Yes, Susan Allison. Something about an interview.
She's there at the house?
Yes, we're having tea.
I'll be right over, Grandma.
Okay, dear, we'll see you soon.
Grandma!
Hello, dear.
Hey, Grandma!
Oh, hey, Lucas. Hi. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just a little surprised to see my friend here.
You know, I didn't actually say that you were my friend. I just said that I knew you. Wow, this rose bush is beautiful.
Yeah, that bush is dead.
It is not dead. And it's very special to me. My husband and I planted it a long time ago.
And when was that?
Grandma, could you just excuse us for a moment?
Well, certainly, dear. I'll get us some iced tea.
That sounds great.
Here we are. Thank you.
What are you doing here? I thought you had no interest in my grandmother.
You know, I think that I may have given you the wrong impression.
Really?
But I'm here now, so 5 minutes. Please. We think that it would make the most beautiful story, one that would really impact people's lives and help them to believe in love.
Kind of like that Japanese dog story.
Japanese dog story?
Your story reminds people what matters most.
What I don't understand is why me? There were so many women who went through the same thing I did. My story's no different.
Oh, but it is.
Oh, really? Please tell us what makes your story so different.
Well, you know, you kept the love alive.
I'm sorry, dear. I just don't think this is for me. Lots of women kept the love alive. I just kept going to the station.
That is so sad. To have your whole life revolve around going to a train station, waiting for someone who's never coming back.
Julie, it's not her whole life. It is one day a year.
Oh, you spend that much time every weekend and waiting for me to come back from golf. Susan spends that much time every few weeks going to the airport to wait for Andrew. The difference being I get off the plane.
Usually.
One time I didn't make my flight. But, I'm here now, cooking for you, serving you.
Oh, I knew it. The candles and the flowers, you're buttering me up or something. Okay, let me guess. You have accepted an 8-month assignment in Uzbekistan.
A lifetime assignment.
That's an engagement ring.
That's what I said the minute I saw it. I said, now that's an engagement ring. And your answer is?
You never asked the question.
I never asked the question. What do you think I was saying when I gave you the ring? Want to go see a movie?
The appropriate words would have been, will you marry me? And maybe you could have done it in private.
I wanted to share the moment with our friends, our very good friends who probably haven't stopped whispering poor Andrew out there.
Okay, so what did you want me to do? Just say yes for their benefit and then back out later on?
You're saying no?
No, I don't know.
thought we talked about getting married one day.
Yeah, we did.
Should we just go?
My car keys and jacket are in there.
We're good together. We get along.
How do you even know if we get along? Andrew, you're always in Guatemala or Rwanda or the backside of Egypt.
It's what I do. I go to places and I take pictures. You want me to change what I do?
No.
You want to break up?
Andrew, there is a huge difference between saying no to a marriage proposal immediately than breaking up.
I'll call you. Or you'll call me. Whatever. Keep the ring. Think about it. And when I get back from Fiji...
Fiji, right?
What?
Nothing. By the time you get back, you will have forgiven me for embarrassing you in front of our friends, and I'll feel weird anymore that you put me on the spot, and everything will just go back to normal.
Promise me you'll think about it? About us.
I will. I promise.
Hey, good night, guys. Oh, okay. Good night, buddy.
Good night, Andrew. That must have been awful for you guys. I'm so sorry. There's just a lot to think about.
Yeah, what is there to think about? You guys have known each other for years.
He's a great guy. He's an incredible guy.
Right. So what more do you want?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Why don't you tell me what's really going on?
If you're gonna spend your life with somebody, don't you want to feel excited? Thrilled, even? I mean, isn't there supposed to be magic?
Look, I want you to remember that good guys are really hard to come by.
Remember that when I'm out golfing.
Got it.
Crossing my fingers for you, too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night.
I don't want you to regret this decision somewhere down the road. That's it. Okay? Okay. I'll call you tomorrow.
Hello? Hello?
Hi. Why aren't you in the editing room?
Because I'm meeting Caroline Thomas again until I get that interview. She's my new best friend.
Right, but who is gonna edit your segment? We're already behind.
You are? Because you're brilliant, okay? So just cover for me. Craig wants this done like now. Listen, I gotta go. Hey there.
You don't believe in calling ahead, do you?
Phones can be hung up.
What happens when someone says no to you?
Never really happens.
Oh, you should get out more.
Where is she?
Well, she's probably getting ready to go and didn't hear you.
Go?
She's got a standing date on Saturdays. Maybe she'll take you along.
On a date?
She's got a real soft spot for military men.
I'll wait here.
Here's my fisherman. Oh, and Dave, I know you like sports. I know that. That's a new one. No. Would you like a magazine? Vilify the New York Yankees all you want, but quite simply, the Yankees are great for baseball. Says who? Oh, come on. Well, that's what it says, anyway.
Isn't it painful? Seeing all these men who have returned?
She gets indignant when people get it wrong about who's really in pain here.
I don't hate them. I just wish they wouldn't beat the teams I like better.
So, you think she's gonna let me do the story?
Don't know.
Well, you do have some influence on her.
Well, I won't use it.
Not even if I can convince you it's a good thing?
It's not my decision to make. I'll support whatever she decides.
Fair enough. You know, I think it's sweet that you support her.
We support each other. After she lost my grandfather, her whole life was taking care of others. My father, her students, me, these men. She was 20 years old. I want to take care of her now.
You're a very unusual guy.
I don't think so. What, you don't help and support your family?
Basically, my family's all in Boston. We're not close, really. My dad died a few years ago, and my mom and I we don't see each other, so. I'm rambling, and I'm sorry about that.
Is your lower back bothering you?
No, it's fine.
Then you should try stretching out your hips. Might find your flexors are tight. And you weren't rambling. We were talking.
Yeah, I think your grandmother's probably done now, so. So, why do you do this?
Honestly? At first, I was hoping I'd find my Neil. There were so many wounded men. And I kept telling myself anything's possible.
And then? It changed for you?
Yeah, I guess it did. It made me feel good to help. Even now, I'm from a generation who honors service. To our country, to each other. Maybe that sounds old-fashioned to a lot of people.
I don't know about that. Doesn't sound old-fashioned to me. But it does sound like a Thomas family trait.
I like this one.
Well, I hate to leave good company, but I've got some work to catch up on.
Oh, that's all right, Lucas, and thank you for today.
No problem, Grandma. Same time next week. It was good to see you again, Susan.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Me too.
Oh, here.
Thank you.
So, what does Lucas do?
You don't know? He's a physical therapist. He's about to be published.
Really?
He wrote an exercise book. So, this has been lovely. What's next?
Next.
Do you bring in the cameras, or?
You're gonna let me do the story? Oh, thank you. Sorry. Okay, wow. Ultimately, we would just like to get you on tape, telling your side of the story in your own words. But in the meantime...
Oh, I don't much believe in meantime. Life happens in real time. How soon do you want to start? I hope it's okay if we do the interview like this. I'll feel more natural if I'm busy.
Natural is perfect. Who could want more than natural? Okay, are you ready to start?
Just in my own words?
However you want to tell it.
All right. I guess we have to start at the beginning. Although with Neil and me, it's hard to know where it all began. I'd known him forever, since grade school. About a year before graduation, his family moved away, and then we lost touch. I didn't see him again till 43. By then, of course, the war was on. We planted victory gardens, collected scrap metal and rubber for recycling. Everywhere you looked, there was a reminder. Everyone seemed to have something to do behind the scenes for the war effort. That's because we all had someone we loved over there. Folks put stars in their windows to show how many family members they had overseas. Everyone was united, bound together in a sense of patriotism. I was doing my part by working for the USO.
Caroline? Caroline Jensen?
Neil!
I can't believe this.
Jenny, look who's here. You remember my sister?
Yes, yeah.
Neil Thomas. Well, you look better than a man has a right to.
You do too. I mean, you look good. You both. You look real good.
I don't want to set the world on
do that.
fire.
It's delicious.
I just want
Good.
a flame in your
So you're a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you'll have to...
I'm stateside for now. A flight training officer. I'll be working at the Naval Aviation Reserve Base.
So, maybe you won't have to... You know...
Who knows?
no other will do. I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. I just want to be the one you love. And with your admission that you feel the same, I'll have reached the goal I'm dreaming of. Believe me, I don't want to set the world on.
Thank you.
And now the Mills Brothers for all of our sweethearts out there.
Oh, I love this song. Don't you?
I do. Yeah, it's good. I was feeling awfully guilty about having the safe, cushy job. But then I saw you. And all of a sudden, Caroline, this may not be the best time to say this, but these days you can't put things off. When I think back about when we were growing up together, I remember so many things. But for the life of me, I can't remember a time when I wasn't in love with you. I wish you'd say something.
I sure wish you'd kiss me.
It took us all of a week to get engaged, and another 3 days to get married. One thing people were learning from that war was not to waste any time. You knew better than to let love slip away.
Have you talked to Andrew?
Phone tag mostly. Talk to each other's machines.
Have you decided anything?
About the ring?
Oh, the ring, the man.
Push me more than he does.
Of course I push you more than he does. I talk to you more than he does.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, since when? I thought you liked having your independence. You've got this great guy. The two of you jet around the world doing your own things. I would kill for that kind of freedom.
Yeah, well, I think I might need more than that.
swinging away, but we're not gonna do that quite yet. Here's a cool little exercise you guys can do. Turn around real quick here. All right. Now I want you to take this in your left hand, right here. Hold it right here with your left hand. And then we're gonna unclip you here. And it might hurt a little bit. No. I want you to take the movement just ever so slightly. Oh, you feel that right there? Don't go past that.
You were great with that kid out there.
Yeah, he was being scouted, and then he tore his rotator cuff. He thought his life was over because he couldn't pitch anymore.
Oh, you'll get him pitching again?
Yeah, eventually. It's a slow, hard recovery. Takes you off the fast track of having to win.
So what about you? Do you miss the fast track?
What do you mean?
Sorry, I Googled you, reporter. Bad habit.
Okay, and what did you find?
Well, Mr. Thomas, I read that you were a star point guard in college, and then after you graduated, you became a strength trainer for the NBA, and a few years after that, one day suddenly you just resigned. What happened? Pretty important job to just walk away from.
Well, not if you look at the people who do it. Many of them are divorced. Their kids barely know them. I just figured I wanted more than traveling from city to city with a bunch of guys. And I thought that my grandmother was your subject here.
Yeah. She is.
And you're here to talk about her?
My hips? The flexors.
Oh, okay, well, I've got a couple minutes before my next appointment if you want me to show you some stretches.
That would be great.
Okay, well, kick off your shoes.
Oh, I don't take my heels off, so.
Okay, okay, let's start with a lunge then. Let's go right leg forward.
Okay.
And left knee down.
Oh.
Let me help you out there.
Okay.
Okay, all right, now what I want you to do is, I want you to lean back into me.
Okay.
Feel that stretch. You feel it?
Ooh, you know what? That is probably my fiance. Yep, that's him. Hello? Andrew, hey, thank you so much. Yes. Oh, well, that's weird. Hello? Andrew, hi, thank you. Really, it feels better. Okay.
My uncle sold us this house
You got to accent
for $100 down and $50 a month. We couldn't wait to see what we could do with it.
Do the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got to spread joy.
The wood was rotten and termite ridden, but it was ours. The first thing we had together. I wouldn't have taken back one glorious moment of bringing this house to life with my Neil. The planks of wood, the nails, the paint, the seeds in the garden, all touched by his hands. He's so much a part of this house. He made me a paradise before he left. And then my mother gave me a lot of her old furniture. That rocker in there, I was sitting in that rocker when Neil proposed. We imagined lots of children running through the yard. Neil said, surely we'll need a fence to keep them all in.
Yeah, I need the negative. Latch on. Do the affirmative, don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In Between.
Night breezes seem to whisper.
Can I have this dance?
Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream
Stars fading, but I linger on, dear.
Oh, how you linger on.
Still craving your kiss.
How you crave my kiss.
Now I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this.
Give me a little kiss, sweet dreams, till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. Put in your dreams whatever they be.
We didn't go anywhere for our honeymoon, but nobody ever had a better one. It lasted a year, to the day.
American planes have carried out the greatest daylight operation of the war against unannounced targets in Germany. The Allies have turned back repeated German counterattacks at Anzio. Russian forces have moved closer to Pskov, and the Pacific offensive continues. For details, Admiral Radio takes you now to CBS Pearl Harbor. Webley Edwards reporting.
The Central Pacific forces are pouring it on, and the Japanese are rocking back on their heels. Their plan to dominate the island chains is being...
Are you worried that you might have to go?
I think I should be going. I mean, if I don't do my part...
You are doing your part. And this way, we'll have a much better chance of being here 20 years from now.
I can't think like that, Caroline.
I knew that if he had the courage to risk dying, I had to have the courage to risk living. So I just concentrated on feeling close to him. I wrote him every day, sometimes twice.
Take it easy.
Okay. Mr. Myers! Hey!
It's like this letter's from someone with the same last name as yours.
Thanks.
Dearest Caroline, I miss you. Here's a present for my Navy wife and a plane I whittled for our little one. We shipped out of San Francisco and made it to Pearl Harbor in 7 days. Because we're replacements, we're awaiting assignments to a carrier. The fighting right now is in the Marianas and Caroline Islands, east of the Philippines. The Marines are taking one island at a time, while the Navy is claiming the air and sea. As for me, I think about you every minute. I keep your Valentine in my pocket, next to my heart, to remind myself that one day, this will all be behind us. And we'll be together again.
Sometimes I forget where I am for a split second, look around, half expecting to see you, and there's some ugly sailor looking back at me. The rest is mine. Oh, I lived for these. Sometimes I'd go weeks on end without hearing a word. Then I'd get several at once. mood in the neighborhood always got tentative when Western Union had to make a delivery. That's what everyone dreaded the most, getting a telegram.
Hey there, kids. Is your mom about? I'm very sorry.
But life went marching on, sometimes at a gallop.
It was announced this morning that the combined forces of the Allied Pacific Fleet and armies, under the direction of General Douglas MacArthur, launched attacks against Japanese forces throughout the Philippine Islands. In the largest naval armada in American history, the Pacific Fleet assembled at dawn and began to engage the enemy on land and sea. The U.S. 6th Army, supported by naval and air bombardment, landed on the eastern
See the airplane Daddy made for you? Daddy's flying in his airplane right now. And he's thinking about you.
My love for you, you ought to know, for haven't I told you so a million or more times? You went away and my heart went with you. I speak your name in my every prayer. If there is some other way to prove that I love you, I swear I don't know how. You'll never know if you don't know.
Mrs. Caroline Thomas. I'm sorry. Maybe you want to call somebody, ma'am. You do have someone
The
you
Navy
can call.
Department regrets to inform you that your husband, Neil Thomas, is missing following action. He's not dead. I mean, they don't know. Missing isn't dead. My husband's not dead. Missing's not dead.
That day, the real waiting began. I believe I'll go in the house now.
Caroline, are you okay?
Just a little tired, that's all.
Okay, we'll give her a few minutes to comes back. I think so too. Stop. Okay. Call 911. Caroline! Caroline! Hey. Hey. She's in ICU. They said we just go back.
Craig said to let him know how it goes.
I just hope this isn't her fault.
You're still here.
Yeah, I was worried. I'm worried.
She had a mild heart attack. They're just gonna run some tests and see how much damage was done.
I'm so sorry. I feel responsible.
No, don't.
Yeah, but if talking about this stirred something up for her,
Look, in the past few days, she has been the happiest that I have ever seen her. She's gotten to be that girl in love again.
Here. Got cold.
Thanks.
Well, I hope when I'm 80 that I have somebody like you to take care of me.
Like me? No. She's way stronger than I am. I just fill in. I just want to make things right for her.
Yeah, I know that that's what you do. You know, you mend people. How are you gonna fix a heart that's not broken?
She was a girl when he went missing. And she never had anyone else. Just one love her entire life.
Who even gets that? The real thing. Hey. This isn't a heartbreak. She just never gave up on love.
Dr. Davis, report to ICU.
I should get back in there. Thanks for waiting.
Sure. Yeah. Of course. Hey, you know, here's my information, so just you can call me at home if she needs anything.
It's over.
But can't we just put it on hold, give her a couple weeks, and then see how she's doing?
And then what? Rush her back and push her into having another heart attack and her family sues us? Who else can we move up?
Hey, it's Susan.
Susan, my fiance.
Susan, who thought we were not going to talk about this until you got back. How's Fiji?
Beautiful, romantic, lonesome. Can't wait to see you.
Yeah, so when are you coming home?
I don't know. I've met these guys who built this unbelievable boat. They've asked me to stay for a while after the assignment's over. Maybe, you know, do a little sailing.
I thought you couldn't wait to see me.
I can't. But, Susan, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Yeah, okay, well, enjoy your once-in-a-lifetime and try not to get lonesome.
I'll call you soon. Bye.
Hello?
Hello yourself.
Oh, hi. How is she?
She's kind of fragile, but the doctors think she'll mend. She asked about you.
She asked about me?
She wanted to see how you were holding up. Hey, why don't you answer your door?
Because there's nobody...
Oh, you can't say I didn't call before I showed up.
Yeah, and you can't say that I wasn't smiling when I told you that you can't stay. I have homework.
Homework?
Yeah, I'm going to DC tomorrow. And I have some reading.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll see you when you get back.
Okay. Hey. I guess I should tell you my boss, Craig. He doesn't think that the interview stuff is so good for your grandmother, so he canceled the project.
Oh, wow. I guess my grandmother would be really disappointed. So what are you gonna do now?
Interview softies and do-gooders.
I mean, what are you gonna do now?
I knew I should not have opened this door.
You aren't gonna leave?
No. But I think you have to, so.
Well, you have to know what you stand for, don't you? And beyond that, a certain courage of conviction. I've been blessed, and every struggle along the way has brought its own rewards. But hey, don't make it sound as if I'm through. I still intend to be making waves as long as the voters believe in me.
For many years to come, I'm sure. It's great, guys. Thank you. Senator, thank you for giving me so much of your time.
Please let me know when it's going to air so I can watch it. And if there's anything I can do for you while you're here in Washington, why, let me know.
Thank you. You know, actually... Hello?
Miss Alton? Max Irving. We found that information for you.
Wow, that was fast.
My assistant's emailing it to you now.
Thank you, Senator, really.
No problem.
Sounds good.
Great.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you know what? I need you to do me a favor. I'm gonna forward you an email. I need to know how to contact any living relatives of a man named Billings. Jeffrey. Somewhere around Lubbock, Texas. Ooh, that's Lucas. I gotta go.
Lucas?
Hey.
Hey.
How's our girl?
She's asleep right now. She's tougher than she looks.
Sweetie.
Thank you. And my folks are in from New York, so that'll be a nice surprise for her when she wakes up. How's DC?
Mission accomplished. Actually, I'm changing my flight and heading to Texas.
Texas?
Do you know what was done to find your grandfather after he was declared missing?
Everything that could be done, I'm pretty sure. I know that my grandmother stayed after the Navy for years.
And did you know that there were 2 American survivors on the last mission that your grandfather flew?
Just one, a guy named Roberts. He's not a survivor anymore, though. He died shortly after he came back stateside.
Actually, there was another one. A guy by the name of Jeff Billings. The Navy had a report that he had been rescued. Unfortunately, there was a little paperwork snafu, and he was officially classified as killed in the line of duty until 7 years ago, when he actually died of natural causes, as the paperwork got straightened out. And I'm guessing that your grandmother had stopped looking by then.
Not to mention that it's probably a little late for him to tell us anything really useful.
Well, dead men talk all the time, Lucas. Hi. Mr. and Mrs. Billings? I'm Susan Allison. I spoke with you last night from D.C.
I'm Ann.
Hi.
And this is Glenn.
How you doing, ma'am?
You're the television lady?
Yeah, that's me. The television lady.
Can I get you something to drink?
I'm fine, really. Thank you for agreeing to speak to me.
Don't know how much we can help you, ma'am. I grew up listening to all my daddy's war stories, and I do remember him talking about the lieutenant. That's who saved his life, but he never did know what became of him.
Wait a minute. Lieutenant Thomas saved your father's life?
Yes, ma'am. They got shot down over Manila Bay, and they was both hit pretty bad. They parachuted to the ground, hid out in the jungle on the Bataan Peninsula, until the locals was able to get my daddy back to the Americans.
Well, if they were able to help your father, then how come Lieutenant
They
Thomas...
just had this little cart. It was only big enough to hide one man. The lieutenant refused to go. Said my daddy was way worse than he was, and they could just send somebody back after him. It's all in the letter.
What letter?
It was the first letter my daddy wrote back home after he got rescued. Anyway, that was the last time my daddy saw the lieutenant. Tried to look him up after the war, but all he could find out was that he'd been listed as missing in action.
So Lieutenant Thomas just stayed there in the jungle?
They'd met some men, tribesmen, and a couple of rebel fighters. At least he wasn't alone.
There you go, honey.
My daddy wrote it all down. And I think my mama kept it in the Bible just to remind herself that everything's in God's hands. I think my daddy would want the lieutenant's wife to have that, ma'am.
Here we go.
Okay.
Home at last, huh?
Hey, you? Hey, I heard the hospital let you go because you were too much for them to handle. How are you?
Oh, glad to see you. That's how I am. As soon as you put him down, we can talk.
Oh. Okay. Let me introduce you to my parents. This is my mother, Maggie.
Hi.
This is my father, Neil Jr.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I feel as if we already know you just from watching your show.
I'm glad you enjoy it. I have a surprise for you.
Neil, your father saved this man's life. He had a chance to be rescued, and they put the man's life first.
Jeff Billings never knew what became of your husband. But in that letter, he mentions a tribesman, Meringue. I'm gonna check it out.
Do you think it's possible you could find him?
Somebody, somewhere, knows what happened in that jungle. And I'm gonna find out. I promise.
You promise?
Well, it was a bit optimistic, I admit, but I still think I can do it.
With your own work being so totally irrelevant.
This is my work. You're the one who put me on the story.
And I took you off. Remember that part?
But I think
No.
if you and I... Please just
No.
let me explain.
No.
Fine. Then you know what? I'll see you in a week. It's been 3 years since I've had a vacation, and I'm feeling a bit run down.
You serious?
Yep.
Job might not be here when you get back.
Okay. That's how you feel.
Can you reason with her?
I never side with Craig, but all you have is a man's name.
No, actually, I have a place. Baton Peninsula.
No, you don't know he's from there.
Meringue was a native. The letter says that he was a native.
So I'm a native of New Jersey. This is not New Jersey.
Look, I am not gonna let Caroline Thomas die without the answers that she has been looking for.
Because you're falling for her grandson.
You know what? I teetered on the brink, but Caroline, I care about her.
Susan, what happened? What happened?
Nothing. Almost nothing.
What about Andrew?
Look, I'm working on it, okay? And I'm gonna back away from Lucas.
Okay, because you seem to really
Look,
like
can we just talk about something else? Okay? I'm backing away from Lucas. Look at me. Backing. No Lucas.
Got it.
Hey.
Hey, brought you something. This will keep you flexible, healthy, and hopefully happy.
Wow. Does all that?
Well, it will, as soon as I teach you how to use it.
Well, I can't accept it.
Look, I know how busy you are with work, and now you're running around for my grandmother. I thought, when does she have time to take care of herself?
I run.
Also comes with flowers. It's just a friendly reminder to take a moment, stop, lean forward with your spine properly aligned, and smell the roses.
I love roses. I can't.
Why not? It's just a gift for all you've done.
I think maybe we should just keep this friendly.
Friendly. Okay. Friendly it is.
I like you. I am involved with someone else, and I need to decide how I feel about him first.
You had to go and say that, didn't you? Now I just like you more.
Is that as exact as you can get? Just north of Orion, Bataan. Okay, well, what about the map coordinates? Did the pilot note the coordinates? Uh-huh.
Didn't I tell you? He's becoming a superstar around here.
You're right, Mom. Now, look at all this stuff. Wow.
Oh, I couldn't be more proud.
It's a little embarrassing if you ask me.
Why?
I just hope that we get a big enough crowd. I mean, who's gonna want a signed copy of an exercise book?
You have helped so many people. They want to meet you.
And we'll be here.
Why not ask Susan?
Oh, she's cute.
Okay, you guys stop. All right, she's got a boyfriend. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, I'm sorry. It looked like there was something there.
No, there's nothing there.
Oh, I agree with Grandma. She looked interested to me.
Well, she mentioned some other guy a couple of times now. I got the picture.
Well, don't be so quick to dismiss it. You like her. I can tell. Maybe this person she talks about isn't the one.
Hey! What are you doing here?
I got back a day early.
Well, I wish that you would have called me because I could have come and picked you up.
Well, if you want, I'll let you drive me back tomorrow.
So you're leaving again tomorrow?
No. Let me start over. I am sorry. I've been on a plane for 12 hours and I need a hug.
Okay.
Wow. Why all the research? Is that Bataan? What's going on?
Remember the story that I told you I was doing about the lady whose husband she lost in World War II? Well, I'm trying to help her find him.
After 60 years?
Yeah, except now I know where he was and the name of the man who saw him last.
Meringue.
Do you still have any contacts in the Philippines that might be able to help?
Yeah, I still have a few contacts there. I haven't spoken to them in a while, though.
You know, it's the love of her life, and she still has no idea what happened to him.
Well, hey, that's all you had to say. Do anything for love.
I don't want to hurt you.
Right, no, of course not.
I'm sorry. Andrew, we're just not ready.
I was hoping that maybe, but I had a feeling.
We're just not there for each other. And that's not your fault, and it's not my fault. It is what it is.
You seeing somebody?
No. Why would you? No, I'm not.
Can you email me everything you found on your missing soldier?
Yeah? What about us? Shouldn't we talk about that?
Not right now. I'm the one who's got some thinking to do now. I'll call a few of my contacts over there. Maybe one of them knows somebody who knows somebody. Kind of a long shot.
Thank you for being so incredibly decent.
You have to know what you're saying, don't you? And beyond that, it's courage of conviction. And in this case, you have to take care of those individuals that have sacrificed so much for others.
Hello. Would you mind signing this?
I can't.
Why not?
I didn't write it.
I'm so sorry. Your grandmother called me and told me to stop by. This is really nice for you. Congratulations.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. Hey, did she tell you that she's already reading to the veterans again?
I'm so glad that she's doing well. Listen, about the last time that we talked...
Oh, you do not need to explain.
No, actually, I feel like I should, and I was gonna call you, but...
I'm really sorry, but I've got to finish the signing here. Maybe we can talk another time.
Sure.
He's with that nice one. Something going on.
You're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
What happened to Mission Impossible?
Andrew's working on it. I'm gonna keep my promise to Caroline, but right now I have a career to salvage.
There's something I was supposed to tell you.
Hey? Hey!
I just found out a few minutes ago.
What is going on in my office?
You don't have an office, you quit.
I did not quit.
Well, maybe I misunderstood. Well, we were hoping you'd come back, so we fixed up a cubicle for you.
A cubicle? Oh, careful.
What made you decide to start the scholarship fund?
I couldn't afford to go to college.
New VO starts here. Good kids reads your book.
Looks good.
Hey, Andrew, it's Susan. I haven't heard from you, so call me, okay? Whenever you can, let me know where you are.
This mailbox is full.
Excuse me. Oh, hi. How does it feel to know that you're inspiring people all across the nation to unite behind a common cause? Andrew? Hey. I can't believe it. I've been trying you for weeks. I thought you blocked my number.
No, I was working and trying to get beyond us.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. You were right. It's for the best. I'm never there. In fact, I'm actually in Abu Kai in Bataan and got some information for you.
Caroline! Oh, Caroline, that man! Meringue? We found him.
So I can see Mr. Meringue on the TV?
Yes, and he'll be able to see you. It's almost like you're in the same room.
Just amazing.
You all right, Grandma?
Okay, we are just about at showtime. Ah, there we go.
Okay, Mr. Meringue, you're on.
Hello, Mrs. Tomas?
Hello, Mr. Meringue. Please, call me Caroline.
Caroline. It's an honor to finally meet you after so much time.
Oh, yes, I'm thankful for the opportunity. I could never have imagined it be possible. Mr. Meringue, do you know what happened to my husband?
Yes, I know. The first time I saw him, he was already badly hurt.
Ah! Americano? Help him! Help him! First.
His friend was also in a bad shape.
He's a dead man. Please, just help him first. Help. Help.
He was a good man.
Where are you taking me?
She will take you to the Americans.
No, take him first.
It will take more than a week. He won't make the trip.
Just give him a chance.
There is only room for one. She won't risk again.
Take him. Sige, tulungan niyo ako dito. It's okay. It's okay, Billings. Okay, no. Ilagay dito. Takpan natin. Takpan. Sige, ate. Alis na. Home safe, Billings. Home safe. Pagod na tayo. Hungry? Sarap naman ng pagkain.
Tomas kept a picture of you and his baby boy, always in his pocket.
Now you have my heart. Keep it next to yours and bring it safely back to me. I'll always love you, Caroline.
Many times I remember him asking God to keep you safe. Tomas got stronger by the day and joined us. Sometimes enemy Japanese patrols would come by. If we saw them, we would kill them. Sometimes they would forget to come, so we would go looking.
It's all right, Mary. It's all right.
Get him to safety.
You're hurt. Come.
Get him to safety!
I'll be back.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Caroline.
We buried Tomas by the cliffs.
Mr. Moran, do you think you could find that place again?
I remember.
Okay, so take 1 and 3. Thanks.
All these years. Now she knows. I really don't know how to thank you enough.
I'm really glad I could do that for her. Julie's almost done inside, and then we'll be out of your way, so you can have some family time.
You don't want to stay?
No, I don't want to intrude.
I'd like it if you would.
After your book signing, I kind of thought you never wanted to see me again.
I'm sorry. I guess I was just a little disappointed after I saw you with your boyfriend.
What? When was that?
A couple days before the book signing, you were with some guy. You were hugging him with some enthusiasm.
Yeah, that wasn't... It was goodbye.
Goodbye, huh? So what happens now?
Now, the Navy is gonna bring your grandfather's body back to the States. Start the identification process, which is long, from what I understand, and then they are going to bring your grandfather's body home to be buried. So you were watching me?
Yes, I was.
You were? Why? Is it because you like me?
Yeah, just a little.
Oh, I have to get back to work because this is a really important segment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You really want me to let you go right now?
Later.
How's Aunt Jenny doing?
Well, she just had another great grandbaby. She said she sent pictures, but I don't see them.
Well, it's because you gotta download it first, Grandma. Here, just click that button right there.
Oh. Oh, will you look at that?
see Mrs. Caroline Thomas?
Lucas Thomas, her grandson. Please come in.
Mrs. Thomas, I'm Chaplain Richard Brady. This is Chief Petty Officer Harris.
Ma'am.
On behalf of the United States Navy, I'm here to inform you that the body of your husband, Lieutenant Neil Thomas, listed as missing in action for 66 years, has been found.
I am deeply honored to deliver to you the personal effects of your husband, which were recovered.
I have been further authorized to inform you that the following awards have been recommended by the Secretary of the Navy on behalf of a grateful nation: for meritorious conduct in the face of the enemy, and for gallantry above and beyond the call of duty. Lieutenant Neil Thomas, United States Navy, will be posthumously awarded a Purple Heart, the Silver Star, and the Navy Cross.
Thank you. Thank you both very much.
Now you have my heart. Keep it next to yours and bring it safely back to me. I will always love you.
What are you doing? Put that shovel down.
Grandma, seriously, it's time this thing came out.
That's the first rose your grandfather planted when we bought this place.
Well, I know, Grandma, but look, it's not coming back. It's dead.
Maybe not. Maybe there's still life in its roots. Cut it back to the ground. All it wants is a chance.
All right.
I don't believe in giving up on things.
You can have your office back.
I thought you gave it to someone else.
This is going to be the best story we've ever done. Now, when does this all happen and where?
At Union Station, Valentine's Day, Senator Irving pulled a few strings.
Oh, very good. Oh, that's so good.
Let's go medium and then tight, okay? And then just swing.
I was one of four.
Oh, hey, you guys made it just in time.
I'm so glad you're both here.
I'll be right back. 5 minutes.
Beautiful. We wouldn't have missed this for the world. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way.
It's nice to see you. And you. Caroline, are you okay?
Oh, I am indeed. And thank you again.
Of course. Okay, so the train's gonna be here in just a few minutes, and they're gonna bring your husband right through that tunnel. Caroline, you don't have to do a thing. But just wait, like you always do. And don't worry about the cameras, okay? Because just pretend like they're not even there.
There you are, Mrs. Thomas. How you doing today?
Oh, Mr. Williams, don't you look wonderful?
Oh, if I do, that makes two of us. I was just saying to myself, it's about time for that pretty Caroline Thomas to show up. And there you are, right on schedule.
Wouldn't want to be late.
No, I guess you wouldn't.
My husband's coming home today.
Yes. That's what they tell me.
Reform.
Okay, grab that.
Detail. Forward. March.
Center, face. Up, slow, up.
Left, right. Facing. Detail. Forward. March.
You go on in the house. I have to water my roses.
Well, I'll water them for you, Mom. Really.
No, dear.
Susan, what you did for my grandmother, it was incredibly generous.
Well, I like your family. It's been great getting to know them.
Even if you have to put up with me?
Yeah, well, you're not so bad.
Well, you know, I would love to get to know your family someday, too.
Maybe you will soon.
Really?
Yeah, I talked to my mom last night.
That's great.
Yeah, we haven't always been the closest, but it was nice.
When was the last time you were home?
Wow, I think when my father was still alive. That was a really happy time.
I just don't want it to feel different without him there.
Hey. Sometimes different can be nice. Unexpected. Oh. What if I come home with you when you go visit?
Wow, that would be different. And nice.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore trees. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty-night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams